That was more like it, right? We needed a performance like that, or just a result like that. Welcome back to Operation Arsenal, a quieter version, because I'm still sick. My throat is absolutely finished. I'm trying so hard to not talk throughout the day, and I knew today I'd save my voice to record this for you guys. I'm so sorry for the lack of content over the last few weeks. I've just been just so unwell. I don't know. It's kind of annoying that this job, this thing I do, requires my voice, because whenever I get some sort of infection, flu, cold, whatever, it just knocks me out and my voice is just ruined. But nothing's going to stop me from praising today's result. What a win. London is red. North London was always red, but the entirety of London is red. We're the best club in London. We always will be, always have been. And today was just further proof that Tottenham are just, it's nothing, right? It's I don't even stress about these games anymore, especially at the Emirates. Maybe I'm lying a little bit. I was a little bit excuse me. Jesus, it just catches me off guard, as you can see. I was a little bit apprehensive about half an hour or so before the game, just thinking, okay, we're not scoring goals at the moment. We're creating chances, but we're creating chances but not scoring. And that's been the story of pretty much the last few games. And I was worried that that might happen again today. And it kind of did, but thankfully it didn't happen bad enough. We were able to win the game 2-1. So, first of all, let's just talk about the Son goal. It was very unlucky, wasn't it? In this kind of area. I mean, we could have defended it better, but the deflection, I think it's come off Saliba's toe through Partey's legs, and of course, it's wrong-sided Raya, and it's in the back of the net, and it was, I mean, absolute domination. And whilst we weren't maybe looking like we were going to score every attack, but we just pinned them back. They couldn't do anything, and then bang, 1-0. So typical. And at that point, I thought it's going to be another one of those 3-4 expected goals, but we lose 1-0. But deep in my mind, I knew, and I actually was quite calm, collected. I knew we would score. I knew we would. And it didn't take too long. Set piece FC. A corner. No surprise there, but I do obviously need to point out the obvious. And I kind of want to say I'm sorry to Tottenham fans. So I'm sorry to absolutely nobody. I don't care. It wasn't a corner, but we'll take it. So lucky. It just wasn't a corner. Was that a Conor McGregor thing? I think it was, wasn't it? He wants to apologise to absolutely nobody. I do feel for Tottenham fans, because if that happened to us, I'd be fuming. And unfortunately, even with all the technology we've got now, it still happens. And I can't quite get my head around it. They could have easily, retrospectively, just said, well, actually, hang on, that wasn't a corner. We're not going to give the goal. And I know they're not going to do that, and it hasn't happened. But you've got to ask why. What's the point in the technology then? Is it because the goal was given, game restarted? If so, right, let's change the rules then. And I know that sounds mental coming from an Arsenal fan that just won the game because of it, but I'm just being totally unbiased and fair here, okay? That's not fair. It isn't. And I think we would have gone on and scored anyway, and we would have found the winner again. I think we would have still won today, but I did want to put that out there. It does feel just stupid. You've got all this technology now, but because the goal's given, it's too late. Game's restarted, too late. So, very fortunate. It simply wasn't a corner. But as usual from corners, we're very, very dangerous. And, of course, Gabriel was there. I mean, it's been given as an own goal, but I think Gabriel's going to get it, potentially. We'll see. Gabriel is just... Do we need to have a conversation about him being, potentially right now, the best centre-back in the league? Because Saliba is obviously the one that gets a lot of the praise, and rightly so. Fantastic player. But Gabriel, with what he gives you in the other box, I mean, let's face it, I can't think of any other defender in world football that is as dangerous as he is in the box. There's just something about the tenacity. He just wants to score those headers so badly. The last player that did that regularly that I can think of is John Terry. And obviously he's gone down as one of the best centre-backs of all time for his defensive work. But people don't realise and don't remember just how good he was in the box at the other end. And I think Gabriel has that way more than Saliba does. And Saliba does score from corners and free kicks, he does, but all defenders will chip in. Gabriel he's pulling out numbers that midfielders would want. Maybe not strikers, but close. So I think we do need to praise Gabriel. And it was a man of the match performance from him today. Absolutely brilliant. It's not been given to him based on the stats, the score, the reviews of each player is obviously different when it comes to stats. But if you watch that game 100 times, you're giving it to Gabriel 100 times. He was everywhere. Such a good performance from him. If he got given the goal, that would have added at least a 1, maybe be 8.2. But it's been given to Ødegaard here on FOTMob. I disagree. I don't think Ødegaard was that good. I think he was much better than recently. I thought Partey didn't have a particularly great first half. Havertz was a lot better today, not as wasteful. He was involved with pretty much every attack, but didn't get his goal, which was a shame. Sterling, I didn't particularly enjoy his performance, and Trossard before his goal was, yeah. But the good thing is everyone had a really good second half, and we just carried the 2-1 win to the end. It was as simple as that, really. But, giving Gabriel his credit, and there are shouts for sure that he could be the best defender in the league right now. I'd even say in the world. Tell me a team that wouldn't love a Gabriel. And I'm not just saying defensively. He is so good defensively. I mean, unbelievable. But it's what he gives you in the other end, in the other box. It's so valuable. He's a £100 million player. He just is. What a signing from Arteta and his team. But after giving him his credit, and I'll just quickly say Timber, Saliba, Raya, brilliant, fantastic. But Lewis Skelly, 18. Makes me sick. 18. It's outrageous. We talk about Nwaneri being the next superstar, and rightly so, because he is the next superstar. We all know it. Okay, Nwaneri's going to be something else, and it's because he's an attacking player. But my God, Lewis Skelly. Look, I get it. He's not going to get as much hype or excitement as Nwaneri because he's a defender. It's not as fun, right? But I don't think Lewis Skelly will be a left back. I think he's more than capable of doing that role, but I see him in midfield. I really do. I think he'll be similar to Zinchenko in terms of, we all know he's probably better in midfield, but he's probably going to play at left back. I love Lewis Skelly. Miles Lewis Skelly, and the passion that when he got subbed off and he was riling up the crowd, and I felt it. I was just like, yes, my boy. So so good, and what a performance. He is something else. He really is. Martinelli came on and was involved a lot, but again, just there's that final, wish there was just that final product from him more often. Great to see Tierney come on because that's going to be his last appearance, I think. The links to Celtic seem to be heating up. He will be a Celtic player soon. Zinchenko, Marino didn't get much time, but I don't think there was a bad performance tonight, which is really nice. And we can look at the stats. We didn't create as good. I can't speak. We didn't create as good chances. They weren't the best chances, but we still completely demolished Tottenham throughout the game today. And we put our chances away for once, somewhat. We managed to score twice tonight, but it could have been so much more. I don't understand why we're just not... I don't know. The thing that shocked me was, especially with the Trossard goal to make it 2-1, that was the first time we got the ball on the transition and we just hit them. Pace, shot. Just go at them, and we scored it. And I just went... Why aren't we doing that more? Because we always seem to slow things down. Trossard is the worst at that, and so is Martinelli. They love to get in a good area and stop, turn, cut back. And look, whilst that might be what the manager wants and what the tactics are, the system wants that, but sometimes I just think a player needs to be like, no, I got this. That was a I got this moment from Trossard, and he had this. What a goal. Unbelievable. Quickly on Tottenham, I don't want to give them too much time for obvious reasons, but Kinski, I felt for him because he's a brand new goalkeeper and he was for sure under a lot of pressure, multiple times getting tackled by Havertz, and obviously he's trying to play it out. But when you're giving it to someone like Jed Spence and Gray, like whilst they're okay players, and Gray's a fantastic young player, but they were just under so much pressure. And Bergval, Bissouma, and Saad, the quality just isn't there to support the defenders, and they just could not play it out from the back comfortably. And there were a few occasions where it was okay and they got it out, but pretty far. And I mean, so risky, so risky. And I felt for Risky Kinski, that's going to have to be his name. I like the look of him, though. He's a good shot stopper. And, you know, at such a young age to come into a derby like this as a goalkeeper, I don't think people realise just how scary that must be. Just think about that. The first time you're playing in a North London derby, you're at the Emirates, you're getting hammered, and your boss, your gaffer's like, right, I want you to get the ball and pass it. I want you to be kind of quick with it, but give it to a defender, take a touch if you need to. No, you just want to hoof it. You just want to get it clear. Fair play, you know, and Son's goal, whilst it was lucky, was poorly defended. So I think they deserved it at that point, because if you don't defend well, you're going to get punished. It's as simple as that. We kept Kulusevski quiet, which was really important, and Solanke on another day gets a goal or two if it wasn't for Gabriel. But we've won the game, and quickly, because I'm going to have to stop. I cannot explain to you how sore my throat is. I don't think I've ever experienced such a sore throat. This first few weeks of the year have been torrid. I cannot explain it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm going to go to the doctors tomorrow. Hopefully they'll be able to give me something. But we are second now. Of course, Nottingham Forest still right up there, but I do expect them to... Off you go, please. Although, no, keep it up. I'd love to see Nottingham Forest stay in the top four, but not second. Not first. Let's let Arsenal and Liverpool battle this out. I think that's what's going to happen. And we're now 4 points behind, with obviously Liverpool having a game in hand. But they have to go to Brentford. Is that a home game for them? No, it's away to Brentford. They're going to lose that. They're going to lose it. I'm telling you, they're going to lose that. Then we'll win, and we'll be 1 point behind them. And then all it takes is maybe just another slip up, and we'll take advantage of that. And before you know it, we'll go to Anfield, third to last game, beat them at Anfield and win the league. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the lack of content. Sorry for the coughing. Sorry for not posting. And yeah, I'm trying my best here. All right, but I'll be back soon.